Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into vectors and projectile motion. If you already know the basics of vectors, feel free to skip ahead to projectile motion. Timestamps in the description and pinned comment. Now, what is a vector? A vector is a quantity that has both magnitude and direction. For example, velocity, force, or displacement. Here's a velocity vector, 10 meters per second, northeast. Vectors combine how much with which way. In contrast, a scalar has only magnitude, no direction. We can add vectors using the tip-to-tail method. Place one vector's tail at the tip of the other, then draw a new arrow from the start to the end. This gives us the resultant vector, showing the overall effect. Now, let's talk about projectile motion. Motion with both horizontal and vertical components. Imagine a ball launched from a cannon, moving in a curved path. Its motion can be split into two parts. The horizontal motion stays constant. The vertical motion accelerates downward due to gravity at 9.8 meters per second squared. To solve problems, break velocity into x and y components. Use trigonometry to find each one. V sub x equals v times cosine theta. V sub y equals v times sine theta. Then use the equations of motion. For vertical motion, y equals v initial y times t plus 1/2 g times t squared. For horizontal motion, x equals vx times t. Let's solve a projectile motion problem. A cannon fires a ball at 50 meters per second, at an angle of 30 degrees above the horizontal. We'll find four things. 1. The horizontal and vertical components of velocity. 2. The time the ball stays in the air. 3. The total horizontal distance, or range. And 4. The maximum height it reaches. We'll assume no air resistance and use 9.8 meters per second squared for gravity. First, break the velocity into components. Use trigonometry. V sub x equals v times cosine theta. V sub y equals v times sine theta. That gives v sub x is approximately 43.3 meters per second. V sub y is 25 meters per second. Next, find the total time in the air. At the top of its path, the vertical velocity is 0. Using the equation v equals v initial plus a times t, we solve for time going up. 0 equals 25 minus 9.8 times t. So t is 25 divided by 9.8. That's about 2.55 seconds up. Multiply by 2 for total flight time, 5.10 seconds. Now, let's find the range, the total horizontal distance. Use x equals v sub x times t. That's 43.3 times 5.10. The range is about 220.8 meters. Finally, let's calculate the maximum height. Use the vertical displacement formula. Y equals v initial y times t plus 1/2 a times t squared. Use 2.55 seconds, the time to reach the top. That gives 25 times 2.55 minus 1/2 times 9.8 times 2.55 squared. The result is about 31.9 meters. So, here are our final answers. Horizontal velocity, 43.3 meters per second. Vertical velocity, 25 meters per second. Time in the air, 5.10 seconds. Range, 220.8 meters. Maximum height, 31.9 meters. So to recap, vectors have both magnitude and direction. Projectile motion is made up of independent x and y motion, and gravity only affects the vertical motion. If this helped you, hit like, subscribe, and drop your questions in the comments. Thanks for watching.